The Office of the Director of Public Prosecution is now awaiting a date for the hearing of the appeal before the Privy Council, marking a significant chapter in the high-profile case. The Judicial Committee's approval is dated July 19th, approximately 6 months after the application was filed in December 2022. Clack was released from the Richmond Hill prison in September 2022 after serving only 8 years of his 67-year sentence for the gruesome death of his 27-year-old wife, Nixian Downs Clack, with whom he shared a daughter. His release followed the Court of Appeal declaring a permanent stay in his appeal due to the unavailability of transcripts from the Supreme Court registry. The Court of Appeal ruled that the conviction and sentence be quashed and a verdict of acquittal entered, or that the applicant's sentence is commuted to manslaughter and the sentence reduced to time served.
All the evidence was properly recorded and available. It was only one aspect of the trial that was not available to complete the record. That being the case, we're of the view that the court should have considered the appeal on its merits based on what material is available, and to that extent make a decision in relation to the conviction and the sentence. We don't believe that you could simply discharge like that without addressing the conviction and the sentence. We must bear in mind that, yes, the Court of Appeal has authority in relation to appeals before it, but we have a man who is still convicted and is still under a sentence of imprisonment. And to have him walking through without that being addressed, we think should not be allowed to stand.
Director of Public Prosecution, Christopher Nelson, KC, Alexander Clack was found guilty of non-capital murder for the June 17, 2014 death of Nixian, whose lifeless body was found inside a black suitcase buried in a shallow grave at Mount Moritz, St. George. An autopsy report revealed that she died of blunt force trauma and asphyxiation due to strangulation. Clack was represented in the matter by attorney Anselm Clouden.
We received some communications from a firm of solicitors in England. Mr. Clack has instructed them to proceed as respondent to their application. Sections 5 of the Constitution makes it mandatory that every accused person must be facilitated with a copy of the record of proceedings where he has appealed. And that was the ground upon which we appealed and argued strenuously.
For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.